Hey, it's Michael Saul, also known as Tiny, and this is the Market Outlook video for the week of Monday, March 24th, 2014. So let's take a look at what happened last week. Now, this candle is wrong on the SPY here. We did not go to 189.02. You could see that if we go to an intraday chart. Look at this. Even this had a wackadoo spike here. But you could see that we only went as high as 188.17. So we did not hit a new high here in the S&P. And we can always put up the S&P cash. Should also, well, look, the S&P cash does show us hitting it. I don't know what's going on here, but you got 1883.57. And wow, this says 1883.97. Let's try one more thing, which is the S&P futures. 1877.75, and today's high was only 1876.75. So it looks like, at least here, they're not showing a new high, but I guess the SPY and the cash S&P, but I didn't see it trade it intraday on Friday. So anyway, the point is, even if this is the real high up here, or if for some strange reason this is the real high, the point is that after it broke out of this little range here and got above Thursday the 13th high, which I have been saying in my daily email and in the newsletter is a key level to get through, it couldn't hold it and it sold back off. So does that mean that we are in trouble here? I mean, not necessarily, because we did hold the 20 EMA here, and we did kind of hold this trend line depending how you draw it here. So this is going to be my short-term line in the sand. If we could get through this, then I'm looking for this high back here, 184.69 high, and if it, which was previous resistance, and it held here, well, what did it? 184.44 held. So I guess that's going to be the low, and if it can get through there, then we're watching the 50-day moving average. We may be in the third step of a little two-step correction. I know that doesn't make sense, but a little two-step correction goes, one step correction of the correction, and then the second step, right? So the third move, 1, 2, 3, third move of a two-step correction. I know it sounds a little confusing, but anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. And of course, if we're going to go higher, we still got to get back and close back above Thursday, March 13th high. That means basically 188 or better. And of course, this past week's high at 188.17 or better would be a very good start. That would suggest that we're going to try to get to new highs. The Russell poked up, didn't hit a new high either. Right now. And then that sold off as well. The diamonds, the mid caps, and the NASDAQ didn't really get very far and sold off and basically engulfed the the whole week's worth of action here. I mean, it still closed slightly green on the week, but not by much here. So I mean, the NASDAQ looks like it wants to try for this 50-day moving average. A lot of the stocks in the NASDAQ, see Google got smacked, Amazon, Priceline, Netflix, I mean, these all got cracked. Apple actually was getting hit, wound up closing green, so Apple doing its own thing here on the short term. So what am I looking at for here? I still don't believe the highs are in, okay? But that doesn't mean that we can't see a further corrective move here. So I'm going to watch early upside this coming week, and if we fizzle out here, then I'm going to be watching that for a shorting opportunity, and I'm going to keep my eyes on the lows from the end of last week, Thursday, Friday lows, and that 20 EMA. And if they give way, I'm going to be looking for this to, at a minimum, retest this down here at 184.44, and if it can keep going down to the 50-day moving average. Not bearish for more than, the very short term here. Okay, so I don't want you to think I'm picking a top here, but we do have this week coming up. We have the end of the first quarter, so we'll see if there's any window dressing there. And, that's going to be important to see if they want to mark up the first quarter or not. So, let's see what we do here, see if the bulls can step in here, or see if any early upside leads to some selling and a breakdown of the end of last week's lows. Okay. For more daily analysis, you can sign up for my daily email. I will put the link in the description. Also, Sunday night, Paul Schatz and I do our weekly strategy session, free to attend. I will link you to the sign-up page. And what else? The newsletter is still free for a little bit more time. We're still putting the website together here, so you could check that out to also get daily analysis. We've added some new features, including a commodity corner, which we're working on, and we're doing power rankings for ETFs, which is going to be real interesting, especially if you're trading ETFs. And even if you're not, it'll help you pick the sectors that are doing well and those that are underperforming, okay? So have a great week. Any questions, you can always email me. I will speak to you in the next video or through the daily email or newsletter. Have a great trading week.